You survive your 50s. You exercise. You eat right. And then you suffer a massive, catastrophic heart attack at 7 a.m. The cause is not poor genetics. Drinking coffee on an empty stomach the second you wake up increases clot formation risk by 300%. You know that slight dizziness when your feet hit the floor? That jittery flutter in your chest after your first sip? That is not fatigue leaving your body. That is your cardiovascular system entering a state of shock. Dr. Megan Foster has spent 24 years inside the operating room as a cardiac surgeon. She is not selling a supplement. She is reading the autopsy reports and emergency room admission logs. She found a distinct, unavoidable pattern. The first 2 hours of your day dictate whether you are healing your heart or actively triggering a cardiovascular event. Cardiologists have identified 5 morning habits that trigger this crisis. But one of them is exponentially more dangerous than the rest. A habit you almost certainly performed this morning. We will get to that exact protocol and how to neutralize it in a moment. Have you ever felt that strange, heavy flutter in your chest right after your morning shower? That sensation is a warning sign. Your body is trying to communicate a mechanical failure. But coffee was only the fuel. The spark that triggers the cardiovascular event happens before your feet even touch the floor. Everything you have been told about the early morning fitness routine is a dangerous half-truth. It is not discipline. It is morning cardiovascular shock. Think of your circulatory system as an industrial hydraulic pump network. Overnight, you lose massive amounts of fluid through respiration and sweat. By 6 a.m., your blood is no longer a smooth, flowing liquid. It is sludge. It is thick. It is sticky. When you open your eyes, your brain releases a sudden surge of cortisol. The chemical alarm sounds. It tightens the vessel walls. It restricts the diameter of the pipes. Now your primary hydraulic pump, the heart, must force this thick, sticky sludge through a narrower corridor. Now imagine jumping out of bed. You are forcing a dry, unlubricated engine to rev to 6,000 RPMs. The friction is immense. The sheer stress on the endothelial lining tears at the cellular level. If there is a single weak point, a microscopic shelf of calcified plaque, the pressure catches the edge. It fractures the plaque. The cap breaks. The thick blood instantly congeals to seal the breach. The fibrin mesh hardens. A clot sets like concrete inside the pipe. The blood flow stops. The tissue downstream suffocates and dies in minutes. You believe your daily blood pressure medication protects you from this. It does not. Standard medication cannot shield a dry engine from acute behavioral shock. Certain blood pressure pills make your vessels even more vulnerable to this morning transition. Over 40% of all heart attacks happen in this exact window. 6 a.m. to noon. Dr. Foster saw this exact timeline in thousands of patients. They were dying not from long-term disease, but from the violent mechanics of waking up. So, how do you survive the death window? How do you put the safety back on the gun? It takes exactly 2 minutes, and it starts before you even leave your bed. The single most dangerous mistake is consuming caffeine before water. The antidote is the 2-hour biological transition protocol. It is a hydration primer for your hydraulic network. The dosage is 2 full glasses of water, roughly 16 ounces in total. The timing is absolute. You drink it immediately upon waking. While you are still in bed. The second you sit up. It must be room temperature. Ice-cold water shocks the vagus nerve. It constricts the pipes further. It forces the pump to work harder against the resistance. Room temperature water floods the system gently. It thins the sludge back into smooth, flowing oil. It primes the pump before the morning cortisol spike reaches its peak. Stop for a second. Think about your routine this morning. Did you drink water, or did you go straight for the coffee maker? You must wait a minimum of 20 to 30 minutes after hydrating. You consume a light, low-glycemic breakfast. A handful of walnuts, or a few berries. This introduces a physical buffer. It stabilizes the blood sugar and prepares the digestive tract. Only then do you introduce the caffeine. This rule applies identically whether your ritual is black coffee, strong black tea, matcha, or yerba mate. The danger is not the roasted bean or the steeped leaf. The danger is the chemical compound. Caffeine is a powerful friction enhancer. It triggers the adrenal glands to release even more cortisol. It acts as a severe diuretic on an already dehydrated, sludge-filled system. Pouring it into a dry tank forces the engine to overheat and the pipes to crack. Priming the fluid is step 1. Step 2 is mechanical calibration. Do not stand up immediately. Sit on the edge of the bed for 1 to 2 full minutes. This gradual positional transition allows your baroreceptors to adjust to gravity. It prevents the sudden hydraulic pressure drop that causes your heart to race wildly. And it is not just the beverage. That hot shower you take to relax forces your blood vessels to dilate violently. Rapid vasodilation means the pipes expand too fast. Blood pressure tanks. The brain panics. The heart accelerates to compensate. This is why thousands of cardiovascular events happen on the bathroom floor. You must wait 15 to 20 minutes after waking before exposing your body to extreme heat. Let the system stabilize. Do not engage in high-intensity exercise within 90 minutes of waking. You are redlining an engine that has not warmed up. Do not check stressful emails in the first hour. You are pouring psychological gasoline on a biological cortisol fire. Once you have safely transitioned through those first 2 hours, your heart is armored. But what about the rest of the day? Tomorrow at 6 a.m., when your feet hit the floor, you will not feel that dizzy rush. You will not feel the jittery flutter in your chest. You will sit. You will drink. You will prime the engine. You will step out of bed with total clarity, feeling a deep, calm, steady rhythm in your chest. You will know exactly what your engine needs. True health discipline is not about punishing your body the second you open your eyes. It is not about forcing an exhausted machine to perform under threat. It is about honoring its biological transition. You do not have to be a casualty of the morning window. Your arteries are listening. Your blood is waiting for the signal to flow. You have secured the morning transition. But your vascular system faces another invisible threat by lunchtime. In the next protocol, we dismantle the one breakfast food that reverses everything you just learned. It creates microscopic rust inside your vessels, and it sits in 90% of kitchens.